Yes, now bless now people, let's not forget the rest. Now devoted to Extreme Aggression 22, we're listening to 5 Serpent's Teeth by Evile, alright? This is track number 3 of 10 entitled Cult. Already been done. Slayer have been there and done that. You can't sound like Evile, who sound a little like Slayer from time to time. I mean, who doesn't? And call a tune Cult if it's not a Slayer cover. Let's be real. Let's find out what these comments are saying. Evile is saving the heavy metal music 11 years ago, they said. I guess they saved them then. Matt sounds like a perfect combination of Tom Araya and James Hetfield. The best member of the band is the wrecking ball on the drums, mate, I'll tell you that. Check this out. Someone says if anyone knew anything about the band, they're a bit passive-aggressive, this to be fair, they would know that their first album was produced by the guy that produced Master of Puppets. They used to be a Metallica cover band, that's what Joe says. He was attacking everyone, calling them a Metallica cover band as well. Just like, the band's getting attacked, the listeners are getting attacked. Joe, you are the smartest. Well done. Although it's nice and unique, this visual element of the music video does not match the, you know, the concept of the song whatsoever. Ba-da-da. He looks like Brian Shaw on the drums, the strongman. You know what? So there's a devilish ownership, a devilish influence in media as a whole, but most definitely in mainstream music, okay? And when I was younger, I would think, how come you hear about like industry plants and, you know, these particular characters who only put before the people to promote you know, degeneracy and bad stuff and like demonic blah blah blah. How come we don't get, you know, like odd people like that in the metal hierarchy and whatnot? And it's like, well, what more do they need to do? It already pushes a satanic agenda. It pushes the symbols. It pushes a message to the youth that, albeit might not subscribe to religion, do so indirectly by expressing their energy and transmuting their energy towards this other force, you know, the yin to the yang as far as good and evil is concerned, right? Even though they might not necessarily concern that. When you go to an event and you spend your money, which is an energy, and you expend your time and you expend your energy literally as you push pitting and bopping your head and so on and so forth, that energy's got to go somewhere. Where does it go? I'm not a member of the God Squad, but still. You know why the powers that be don't need to have a great big hand in metal music, you know? They don't need to promote a destruction of the culture, because it's like, well, they're already promoting what we want them to promote anyway, and that is, you know, devilish support. I mean, we had a little talk about this on the Dissection video, because the fella who was doing the writing for that band was clearly a little more fluent in the esoteric nature of that which was. I had a little look into, you know, the associated groups and that, and through my own understanding, it was nothing to point the finger at as far as, you know, the severity of his understanding in the nature of this devilish behaviour. But a lot of these bands come forth and they sort of give it the whole pizzazz, because it's just part of being a metalhead, isn't it? Oh, I've got the devil on my t-shirt, and oh, I've got an inverted pentagram on the back of this merchandise and so forth. And they always half-ass it, and I always kind of cringe at it, because it's just like, if you knew how real some of this stuff is, not through an arty-farty, you know, you're going to hell sort of way, but like as far as actual particular groups who really do believe in the diabolical nature of these destructive, chaotic practices, and who practice that, you'd think, I don't want to fuck around with that. I'll let these lot do their thing. I don't want to get involved in that, because it's serious business, isn't it? You don't half-ass worshipping the devil, especially if you know how deep it goes. Like the thing with that John guy from Dissection, a lot of people, and it seems because people are unaware, they can say they're into black metal and all this and that, oh, black metal's about devil and stuff, but it seems like the general, because he murdered someone, and he murdered a gay dude, right, who was out having a jog or something, and people just think that it was a homophobic attack, not being completely in understanding that there's particular principles and expressions of violence in these communities that are very, very real. Do you know? But you just look at it as what the media will tell you. It's a homophobic attack. Do you know what I mean? Buzzwords. But the reality of such is there's a spiritual motive that some people really do believe in. So you don't play with that sort of stuff, man. I do digress, but I'm talking about metal, you know? And a lot of metalheads don't know what they're getting into when they start playing with particular concepts It's more prominent now than ever, that sort of behaviour. The guitarist guy, that old Dre guy, looks like Guthrie Govan, who I've seen perform before live. I see him do Guitar Clinic. Very impressive. Yeah, drummer's coolest guy of this band. That was cool. It was alright, yeah. No doubt these dudes can write a good riff. No doubt. But when we're writing Metallica riffs and we're calling our songs names which have already been named by Slayer, it's a bit beggy, innit, really? We've got Eternal Empire coming up next.